solids or 3D shapes. There are a few that we need to know. The cube. When you're thinking about a cube, think about a dice. All the side lengths are equal, all the faces are square, and all the angles are right angles. We can see a drawing of a cube just here. The rectangular prism, or cuboid, is like a cube except that the faces are all rectangles. Just think about the variety of boxes that you can put stuff in. The cylinder. A cylinder has a circular base and looks something like this. The circle at the top is the same as the circle at the bottom. A sphere could be defined as a shape where all points on the surface are an equal distance from the center, but just think about a ball. A pyramid. All slant edges are equal in length in a right pyramid. A right pyramid is where the vertex or point is directly above the center of the base. The most famous pyramids are those in Egypt, and they're all square-based pyramids like this one. But bear in mind that the base of a pyramid could be any polygon, so a triangle, any quadrilateral, pentagon, hexagon, and so on. A prism has the same cross-section along its entire length. So like this triangular prism, Toblerone box shaped just here, if you slice this along its length, you'll see this same triangle. Compare that to a pyramid, which tapers to a point. If you slice a pyramid across, then they'll all be squares in this particular pyramid, but the squares will get smaller. Here with the prism, the triangles will stay the same all the way along the length. The tetrahedron is a particular type of pyramid. It has a triangular base. And finally, let's look at the cone. The cone has a circular base and tapers like a pyramid. Strictly speaking, it's not a pyramid because the end isn't a polygon, but it's like a pyramid. Making solids using nets. Describe the solid that is made from each of these nets. Let's look at this net. What solid shape do you think is made by folding up this net? This is the net for the triangular prism. Now consider this one. What do you think is made by folding this one up? If we fold this one up, we get a cube. What about this one? Folding this up would give us a square-based pyramid. Complete the following net of a cube. We have 3 squares so far, so we need 3 more, and they could go in a variety of places. We could put an extra one here, and then put one here, and one here, and if we fold that, that will make a cube. We could complete the net in a different way. We could put one here, and one here. Now we want to do a cuboid net. A cuboid is another name for a rectangular prism. It's going to have similarities to the cube net, except that we're going to have rectangles. We're going to need another rectangle of this size to go here. First of all, though, we're putting the ends on. So we're going to put this one here. This side needs to be the same length as this one, and obviously these sides are the same length here. We can put another one on the other side. Then we want the rectangle of this size, and then we're going to need another one of this size to make the top. Which one of the nets below can be folded to make a cube? This one can, but it has an overlap. Note there's 7 squares, and this one can't. What about these two? This one can't, and this one can. Plans and elevations of buildings and other shapes. Complete the plan and elevations of this building. So we can see this is a 3D representation. The end is a pentagon, where we have a rectangular type structure with a triangle on top. And then we can see this is a rectangle, and the roof sections are rectangular panels, and so on. We're going to look at the plan. Plan view is what you see when you look down from the top. So the roof structure is a rectangle, but note there's this line across the top which is higher than the two edges, and we need to represent that on the diagram like so. Now for the side elevation. That's going to be a rectangle with a line across here. So we're looking from this direction. The bottom rectangle is this one, but the roof structure sticks up above. So this line here is this line on the diagram, and this one is the top of the roof, which we can see from the diagram is 1 meter above, and therefore 1 square above. Now for the front elevation. So we can see that we're completing the rectangular part here. We're looking at this bit, and then we need to put the roof on. So we're going to have a triangular structure on top. Let's look at some plans and elevations for some other shapes. Here we have a square-based pyramid. If we look at it from the side, we see a triangle. If we look at it from above, we would see the square base, but we'd also see these edges which go away from the vertex. So where they cross, this would be the vertex, the point at the top, and then these sloping edges are shown by the diagonals going across our square. Let's look at the triangular prism. First of all, look from the end, and we'd see a triangle. Now look from this side, and you'd see a rectangle. But when you look from the top, you'll see a rectangle made of this side here and this side here, and the line across the middle here would be the top of the structure. Finally, let's look at the cone. The side view would be a triangle. If you look from above, you see the circular base, and also you need to mark on the vertex or point at the top of the shape.